If you recall, you learned this in grade 9. If you're dividing powers with the same base, so for example, x to the power of 8 divided by x to the power of 5, you write the base. So because they have the same base, we would write the base, which would be x. Right? And then what do we do with the exponents?
Just dividing, so you'd subtract them,
Good.
right?
Yeah, so we subtract the exponents.
You get 3.
Good, so it'd be x to the power of 3.
Yeah.
So you have a question like this, and we'll look at that question.
Yeah.
27x to the power of 8 minus 15x to the power of 4 plus 3x squared divided by x squared. If you write it as a fraction, we know that it means divided by, and what that means is that it's every term. So if you remember, how many terms does the numerator have? So this is the first term, and then this is the second term, so including the sign.
Oh, okay, and this is the third term. Oh, yeah, that's
Okay,
I remember.
yeah, so this has 3 terms, 1, 2, 3. It's each term divided by that, okay? And we can also put an imaginary 1 here. We know that it can be written as 1x squared or just x squared. So it's actually, we're going to do the numerical part first. 27 divided by 1 is just 27, right? Anything divided by 1 is the number itself, okay? But then we have our, I'll just use this color here, x to the power of 8 divided by x to the power of 2, which we just learned before. What do we do when we have the same base? What do you do with the exponents?
Oh, you subtract
Yeah,
it, yeah.
because we're dividing. So 8 take away 2,
6.
6. Yeah. Okay, so we're done with the first term.
Yeah.
Second term is negative 15, again, divided by 1.
1. Oh,
So
because when there's no number there, you put the
exactly. So negative 15 divided by 1 is negative 15, the
Oh,
number
okay,
itself.
yeah.
And then again, we have to do x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 2.
So then you're going to get x tail.
Good, x to the power of 2, because we're subtracting the exponents. Done with the second term. Now we go on to the third term.
Yeah.
3
3.
divided by 1.
1 is going to be 3.
Good, and it's a positive 3.
Positive.
Yeah.
How do you, the symbols just come down, right? You
Yeah.
don't change them in this?
Because this is a positive, because there's no sign, you just follow the same thing. So it's negative divided by a positive, you're going to get a negative answer. If you have a positive and a positive, you're going to get a positive result. Okay? Now, what happens here? We have x squared divided by x squared. Remember, anything to the power of 0, so 2 take away 2 is 0.
Yeah.
Anything to the power of 0 equals 1.
Oh, yeah.
Anything to the power of 0 is 1. So technically,
X1?
well, it would be 3. We have our 3. And 3x squared means 3 times something, right?
Yeah.
Your answer is 1. So it's actually 3 times 1. Do I need to write the times 1?
No.
No, because anything times 1 is the number itself. So it's actually just
3 alone?
3, yeah.
Oh,
Because, and if you look at it this way, x,
The variables cancel.
yeah,
out
they
too.
cancel out, exactly.
Oh.
So this is our final answer.
And then
25x to the power of 7, is this term positive or negative? The
That's
first
positive.
term. Good.
So, we're dividing that by that.
Yes, exactly. So you're going to be
should I
dividing
calculate?
this divided by a negative. The numerical part would be 25 divided by negative 5 is negative 5. And then which part do we do next?
The variables?
Right, the power.
Okay, yeah.
So x to the power of 7 divided by x to the power of 2.
And then the sign I'd put is
Right,
take
the base. Now, not yet. So for the next one, we have to look at the terms. So we have the second term. Remember, you always include the sign in front of it.
Yep.
So we have negative 20x to the power of 4 divided by negative 5x squared. What happens when you're dividing a negative and a negative? What happens to the result?
You almost had the door.
Plus, what's 20 divided by 5? 4. And then we have x to the power of 4 divided by x to the power of 2 is x to the power of 2. And then finally, the last term is a positive divided by a negative. What happens when you have a positive divided by a negative?
It's the negative.
Good. We know that positive 15 divided by negative 5 is negative 3. And this was like the last question. We have x squared divided by x squared. What happens to it?
Oh, because it's going to cancel out, so
Right.
it's just going to be 3 by
Yep.
itself.
Okay, so this is back to division. Because we're dealing with powers, let's put a 1 where there's no exponent, because we know that anything to the power of 1 is still itself. So I'm not changing the question, it's just so that you can visually see the exponents and you remember to add and subtract the 1 in there, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so the first step, first term,
Is the R? I mean, oh yeah.
yeah,
R
divided by this.
second
So let's do the numerical part first. 8, positive 8 divided by negative 2. We're going to take r to the power of 2 divided by r to the power of 1 would be what?
R to the power of 2 or R to the power of 1 will be R1.
Good. R to the power of 1. Or I can just write it as r.
Okay.
Doesn't matter. Either way, it's still correct.
Yeah.
But then we also have s to the power of 2 divided by s to the power of 1.
It's going to be 1 again.
Yeah, so it's just going to be s. Okay.
1 and an R1 and
Right.
R2.
No.
I mean, sorry, it's R alone because or it cancels out.
It cancels out. Good.
Completely.
So we don't put an
there's
r
no
there. Yeah, exactly.
I forgot. It's self.
Right, when it's division.
Because the 1 right now equals to no R's.
And then
So
we
then
have
the S.
this.
So the S would go there for sure.
Yeah.
And then there would be 3 take the 1 is 2.
Good. Excellent.
Yay.
Positive 3. And we have r to the power of 2 divided by r to the power of 1 would be r to the power of 1. Good. Or I can just leave it as r. And then you have s to the power of 1 divided by s to the power of 1.
It cancels itself out.
Right. So we just leave it as this. Final answer. That's it. Yeah.
Oh,
Good. So
yay.
this is the answer for another example here. If you want to check that, let's try the next example.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.